2 weeks ago, we first told you how the city of Houston was being called on to return tens of millions of dollars to a federal Hurricane Harvey recovery grant stewarded by the state, having failed to provide affordable housing and support service to displaced families with the money as promised more than 6 years ago. Well, today the mayor, in partnership with the state, announced that the federal government granted Texas an extension to spend that money. ABC 13 Shannon Ryan joins us live. And Shannon, first of all, can you kind of break down what this means for the city of Houston?
Yeah, Eric, this truly has been such a mess over the past couple of years. Now, the city used that federal money to purchase land. They promised to build affordable housing on it. They never did that. That put them on the hook for millions of dollars. Now, they also displaced about 900 families who had been living in a floodplain. They're required by law to give them federal relocation funds. At this point, they're still trying to figure out who those people even are. So this gives them 2 more years to sort through all of that. Houston Mayor John Whitmire calling Wednesday's announcement at City Council.
It's historic that you have a land commissioner, a statewide official, addressing Houston City Council.
Together, the group is taking the first step to rectify what's been considered a historic failure.
And I'd like to thank HUD for an extension of 2 more years for us to be sure that the Hurricane Harvey funds get deployed.
The city purchased 3 tracts of land with that federal grant money, intending to build affordable single-family homes on them. But they couldn't meet the deadlines required and were called to sell the properties and return the money. Terms of that deal meant they likely would have lost millions.
The meeting we've had is they need their money. We didn't use the land for what we said we were going to use it for, so there's a lack of credibility.
At the same time, the city had also used the federal funds to acquire 4 apartment complexes within floodplains, displacing at least 900 households.
And the city at that time failed to provide deserved relocation assistance as mandated by federal law to the displaced tenants.
Not only did the city fail to properly earmark those relocation funds, sending them searching for an extra $40 to $45 million, but they failed to keep proper logs, meaning they still don't know exactly how many tenants were displaced.
Now we must find these tenants.
Now, having received this extension, the city plans to keep 1 tract of land to build affordable homes and sell the other 2 tracts. The expected $27 million recouped will now be used to back the relocation efforts. The city's director of housing says about $12 million left over from other grant projects will fill that gap, so there will no longer be a substantial shortfall.
This is an example of how it's supposed to work.
Now, at this point, I'm told the state has been able to identify somewhere between 200 to 300 people who have been displaced. Today, Commissioner Dawn Buckingham announced several initiatives being rolled out as they work to identify everybody else. She says they're working with schools and church groups.